Hi, my name is Ariel Neikrug, and I'm a clinical health psychologist and an assistant clinical professor at the Department of Psychiatry and Human Behavior here at UCI. Today, I wanted to briefly summarize to you my REC project that is currently underway. We call this project BURST, and it stands for Behavioral Rhythms in Sleep Therapy. Here we aim to test the effects of treating insomnia and circadian rhythms on Alzheimer's disease risk. Sleep plays a critical role in the deposition and regulation of beta amyloid and tau pathology. These are the defining pathological markers of Alzheimer's disease. And sleep also plays a major role in the regulation of inflammatory processes. There are various sleep factors like sleep time or circadian phase or sleep disorders like apnea that have been shown to be associated with these mechanistic pathways. And in fact, insomnia and irregular rhythms are sleep disorders that are not only common during Alzheimer's disease, but are also considered as a precursor, and they're associated with increased Alzheimer's disease risk. Recent data also suggests that there's a link between both insomnia and impacted rhythms, showing increased beta amyloid pathology and upregulation of pro-inflammatory cytokines in specifically asymptomatic patients or cognitively asymptomatic patients who are at risk for Alzheimer's disease, considering they have a family history or a genetic predisposition. So our study aims to obtain preliminary data on what happens when we treat insomnia and activity rhythms or rhythmic disturbances on the mechanisms related to Alzheimer's disease risks. We hypothesize that improving insomnia and rhythms will correlate with a slower progression of the pathological burden of Alzheimer's disease, as well as positive healthy changes in the profiles of the inflammatory markers. We also believe that improving sleep and rhythms can improve episodic memory. This is a type of memory that is known to be impacted early on in the development or in the progression of Alzheimer's disease. Finally, we include an experimental condition of and a placebo design that will allow us to test the effect of cognitive behavioral therapy or CBTI alone versus CBTI with rhythms intervention, which include bright light therapy, as well as specific behavioral recommendations that are known to both improve sleep and rhythms. CBTI is considered the first line of treatment by the American Academy of Physicians. All of our participants will get CBTI. Only 50% will get therapeutic bright light. The other 50% will get a sham device providing non-therapeutic or insufficient intensity of bright light. Our preliminary work in patients with chronic pain showed that CBTI with rhythms interventions, or what we call BURST, can improve both sleep and rhythms in 6 to 8 weeks. And here you can see the improvement of the rhythms, significantly higher amplitude post-treatment. And here you can see all of the 5 participants that did this pilot study showed significant reduction in insomnia severity scores to scores below cutoffs already at week 6 and 7. Our current study is designed over a 1-year period, and those who meet criteria will be randomized either to CBTI with the sham light therapy or the CBTI with the rhythm intervention component, the active one, the bright light therapy, and the behavioral components. We will evaluate the patients at baseline after 6 weeks of therapy. Then again, at the end of therapy, which is 12 weeks, we will then do a follow-up in 6 months. We intend to recruit directly from the local ADRC cohort, and we'll try to coordinate our study to the extent possible to the CSF extraction, which is being completed under other ADRC protocols. You know, William Shakespeare wrote that it is not in the stars to hold our destiny, but in ourselves. I hope this work will, along with other work, will help us better understand how utilizing our behavioral output and changing our behavior and utilizing behavioral medicine, we can impact our core disease mechanisms and our health. So I want to say thank you very much for this opportunity. I'm looking forward to this, the completion of this study, and please feel free to contact me if you have any questions or do you want to chat about this research. Thank you very, very much.